Hi guys, my name's Charlie. I am the coach for F.M.P and Hack the Body, Hack the Mind. The goal of today's video is to show you what we are going to be doing for the next 32 weeks so you can make your mind up whether this program is for you or not. Now, the first phase, it says phase 2 is because we are already in a maximal strength phase at the moment, but phase 2 will be starting on the 16th of May. Now, most people's season would have finished by then, and we get to focus on hypertrophy for the summer. So at the moment, like I said, we're in a maximal strength phase, but then we'll be going into a hypertrophy phase for 8 weeks, starting on the 16th of May. We will then be going into a strength and conditioning phase as we go into pre-season and get ready for the season to start for most football and rugby. And then phase 4, we're going into plyometric, change of direction conditioning. Phase 5, which will be the 8 weeks on the run up to Christmas. So that will be like our kind of November and December will be focused on hypertrophy. So the first phase, phase 2, focusing on hypertrophy, the goal is pretty much to just build some muscle. So at the moment, we are doing, like during our maximal strength phase, we are doing 4 sessions for resistance training. So 4 weight training, strength training sessions. We are doing like 1 optional run as well as our sport mixed in with that. And we're doing some intervals at the end of some of our strength sessions. So when we go into our hypertrophy phase, we're pulling out all of the conditioning work, and we're just going to leave an optional run in for people who like running. But we're going to be doing 5 strength training sessions. Now, because people won't be playing their sport, we've upped the strength training sessions, but we still want to leave probably 2 recovery days within there to give you enough time to recover. Now, where you can see these weeks blacked out, so week 1 and week 8, those will be noted as recovery weeks. So week 1 and week 8 of phase 2 will be a recovery week, which means we've got a good kind of 6 weeks within that to start to push on the weight and start to progressively overload and try to get stronger on the exercises that we pick for like our 5 sessions. Now, I'm also offering and putting into this program is the specialist sessions that I took from the growth program. Now, specialist sessions work really well because they give you the option to focus on something that you really want to. So, for example, if you don't think 5 sessions is for you and you think you are going to do 6 sessions, for example, or you are going to do maybe a lower session and an upper session from the F.M.P program, and you want to fit 1 more in, and instead of following the program, you want to focus on something specific, you can use a specialist session to do that. I'll give you like the rep ranges that I want you to fall within for like the certain type of exercises. So for compound exercises, you will fall within a certain rep range. For isolation exercise, you will fall within another rep range. You will get a PDF which explains what isolation exercises are, what compound exercises are, and how to create your specialist session. So you get basically the control of everything. And those specialist sessions, they will kind of fall within each phase. They will be there constantly as we go throughout this. So you can add more things in as the phases start to change. We are focused on hypertrophy. And like I said, we're pulling out some of the conditioning work, but doesn't mean that you can't add something with your specialist sessions. The goal of this F.M.P program is to complement what you currently do. It can be used as a bit of a strength and conditioning program to lead up to your season of whatever sport you're playing, or it can just be your S&C program to help you with whatever sport you're currently doing. I've got people currently doing MMA, playing football, playing rugby. I've got someone also who was like a female playing rugby as well, which is great. So this program does really work for most people. We can just adjust it to suit you, and that's something that I kind of help guide you to start your journey. So phase 3 is going to be strength and conditioning. Basically, we're going to focus on strength for the first 4 weeks, with aerobic being our secondary focus. And as you can see, we're doing 4 strength sessions, so we've reduced them, and we've put in a 1 long aerobic session within that. We're then going to go to 3 full body sessions from week 5 of that phase, 3 full body strength sessions, and we're going to do 2 long aerobic workouts in there as well. Now, the full bodies may change to like an upper, lower, upper on week 5, and then lower, upper, lower on week 6, depending on how it seems to go and where I think it will help us the most, because I'm going to try and manage fatigue. So as you see during this phase, is the recovery weeks fall a lot closer together. So they fall on week 4 and week 8. The reason is when you do strength work, you are going to want a recovery week a lot sooner than when you do hypertrophy work, which is why we've given you a longer period during phase 2 compared to phase 3 when it comes to recovery weeks. So managing fatigue is something I'm going to be doing throughout this, which is why these 3 full body sessions may slightly change. Now, throughout this phase, even though the focus is going to be strength and conditioning, so strength and building this big aerobic base, we're also going to be doing plyometric work. Plyometric sessions are going to be low level to start with, just getting you into doing plyometrics, some hops, some skipping, that type of thing. And then we are going to be going into some change of direction work, low level still, not much change of direction work, just a lot more lateral movements within that. Now, working on aerobic energy systems is the base of the pyramid. So to be able to do interval sessions, we need a very good aerobic system, and this is going to give us that. So a big aerobic base basically makes conditioning work for those sprints that you do down the pitch, for the bits of hard work you have to do maybe during your MMA fight. Those things kind of will be helped by having a big aerobic base. Now, phase 4 is going to be a plyometric phase where we focus on plyometrics, change of direction, but mainly conditioning work. So we're still going to focus on conditioning because we will be starting our season now, and putting in more conditioning work will be one of the bigger goals for me. So we are going to do probably 3 sessions, 3 resistance training sessions here, and then we're going to be going into maybe 4 sessions here as we go from week 3 to week 8. There will be, like I said, a big focus on aerobic and plyometric work during that, and the change of direction stuff will start to pick up, and it will start to be a lot more intense than we think. Probably going into phase 5 will just be a bit more of a maintenance phase. So I've put hypertrophy and strength down there, and the recovery weeks are closer together because we'll be during our season now, and we may need more breaks more often is the plan. So that's why it's going to look a bit like that. Now the goal would be to maintain our plyometrics. We need to be able to run, jump, rotate, and kind of anti-rotate. And we are going to do that during this phase, but the main focus is going to be hypertrophy and strength. So that is going to be the goal, and that is the breakdown basically of the next 32 weeks on the lead up to Christmas. And once we get around phase 4, I will start to change what we are going to be doing. I will start to write what we are going to be doing for the next kind of 6 to 8 weeks. 6 to 8 months as we lead throughout the rest of the season. So hopefully that gives you a good, solid understanding of what is going to be happening over the next 32 weeks and whether this program is for you or not. Like I said, there's specialist sessions in there for you to be able to add in or take away anything that you need to do. And we always go through a little consultation process at the start where I can try and give some advice on the best way for you to approach this program. Hopefully this video has helped. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you on the F.M.P program.